Okay. Looks like we have enough people logged in to create a quorum. Jill is logging on now.
Oh, no, I need the code.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
this calendar is the bond hearing calendar for February 11th of 2022. My name is Judge Brad Gardner. I'm going to be presiding over this calendar. I'm going to call the calendar, and when each litigant hears the case called, I would simply ask to just make an announcement as to how we're going to proceed. Okay. So position number one is State of Georgia versus Bobby Allen.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Tiffany Pleasant. I'd like to speak to this date, but if we're not able to reach an agreement, it will be a very brief hearing.
Okay. I'm going to mark that as a pretrial with the state. Position number three is State of Georgia versus Trammell Baker.
Good morning, Your Honor. And Mr. Baker is here. If you'll put yourself on mute, please, Mr. Baker. This is for a bond modification. I've spoken as recently as this morning with Prosecutor Freeman, who I believe had emailed Ms. Pitts about the situation. I think a brief pretrial along with myself and with Ms. Baker, who's also on the Zoom call, and I'm hopeful that we can have some sort of consent for the case. If not, we'd be ready for the motion.
Okay, you're asking for a pretrial with Ms. Pitts and
one of the witnesses, not Mr. Baker, but Miss Baker. It's Bambi Baker. I believe she's on the Zoom call. And Ms. Freeman should have emailed Ms. Pitts to let her know that that was what we were requesting. I'm not sure if.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Mr. Smith. I did receive an email. I don't know that I got the details of it, but I'm certain that it's something that we can talk about in a breakout room.
okay. So, Mr. Smith, I'll start that with the pretrial with the state so that you can speak to Ms. Pitts.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And see where this is going to lead. Position number 6, State of Georgia versus Quantina Brown. I have a Joseph Todd.
Your Honor, I show consent done on January 7th.
Okay. Position number 10 is State of Georgia versus Javier Burney. It's showing as a case for the public defender's office.
Judge, I think we have a consent bond on that one. Let me look, okay?
I show a consent on February 7th, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay. Position number 11, State of Georgia versus Reginald Carter.
Morning, Your Honor. Martha Herring for Mr. Carter. That was a consent bond that was done earlier this week.
Okay. My understanding is that position 12, State of Georgia versus Andrew Codd has been resolved. Position 14, State of Georgia versus Davion Drummer.
Good morning again, Your Honor. That was also a consent bond done earlier this week.
Okay. My understanding is that position 15, State of Georgia versus Aaron Everett has been resolved.
That's correct, Judge. He was indicted.
Okay. Position number 18, State of Georgia versus Gerald Falls.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe this will be a consent. We'll just need a brief pre-trial with the state.
Okay. Position 20, State of Georgia versus Matthew Harris.
And I show a consent on February the 1st.
Okay. My understanding is that position 21, State of Georgia versus Armani Mowat has been resolved.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, position 35, State of Georgia versus Tremaine Pitts.
Your Honor, that case is going to be handled by Veronica O'Grady. She'll be on shortly. Patrice Davis from the Public Defender's Office.
Veronica O'Grady.
Yes, it's with the Public Defender's Office. She'll be on shortly, Your Honor.
Okay. Position number 38, State of Georgia versus Deontrice Rice.
Judge, I'm showing he's out on bond.
Okay. Position 39, State of Georgia versus Justin Ross.
His attorney's not on yet, but he was sent the link.
This was with
Byron Morgan.
Mr. Byron Morgan. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what's the state's announcement?
Your Honor, we should be ready when reached.
Okay. Position 42, State of Georgia versus Victor Smith. Showing on my calendar as a public defender case.
I'm not sure that he's out on bond. Smith is out on bond.
Okay. Position 47, Mr. Thomas, that case has been continued. Position 48, State of Georgia versus Jaquavious Whitaker. Looks like Shannon Render is showing as the attorney.
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor, I believe Mr. Whitaker has the same issue in so far as the charges.
As Mr. Thomas.
Correct.
Okay, so he needs to be heard by Superior Court.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll get continued to Superior Court calendar. Position 50, State of Georgia versus Breon Williams. It's
Your Honor,
showing,
Veronica O'Grady is on that case also. As I said before, she'll be on in a little bit. From the Public Defender's Office. She'll be handling that case.
Veronica O'Grady. Do you know why she's not here?
She's just running a little late, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm in dialogue with her, so she'll be on shortly.
Okay. So that completes the call of the calendar as I have it. We have a couple people that need to pre-trial with the state. Miss Pleasant and Mr. Smith. Would it be okay for me to place you in the room with Miss Pitts at the same time, or are there any issues that I need to be aware of?
That should be fine with me.
That's fine with me, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I need to be placed in with her too if there's no objection to the other counsel.
Well, I don't know about Mr. Jones. I have no objection.
I told you I'd pay that bet back later.
Well, Mr. Jones and Mr. Smith, you can have a rap battle war over Zoom. If
I was going to suggest arm wrestle, Judge, but rap battles too.
Waiting all my life for a rap battle in court, Your Honor. So thank you for the opportunity.
Okay. So I'm creating the rooms now. And Miss Pitts, you're going to be in room 1. And I will place Miss Pleasant, yourself, Miss Pleasant, and Mr. Smith in that room. Do we need anybody that needs to speak to their clients over at the jail?
As of right now.
I will, but only after I speak to Ms. Pitts, Judge.
Okay. All right. And just so we know, sir, that you have a Zoom user, and it looks like you're in a Delta, have a Delta hat on and a red, maybe hoodie. Can you identify yourself, sir, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Mr. Tramel Baker.
Okay.
That's my client, Your Honor.
Okay. I am going to change your designation on my side, just so I know that you are Mr. Baker.
All right.
We might want to put him in a separate breakout room until they're ready for him.
Yes, I'm gonna place you in breakout room number 4, Mr. Baker. This may have to address an issue.
Attorney Smith, is Miss Baker going to go in a room with you?
You know, what I can do, and it sounded like Ms. Pitts was a little bit caught by surprise with that. Let me talk with Ms. Pitts first and see if she needs to speak with her first.
Okay. So we probably need to put them into separate breakout rooms, Judge.
Bambi Baker and Mr. Baker.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna place them in breakout room number 4.
Is it okay for them to be in the same one, Attorney Smith?
I don't believe that's an issue.
Okay.
Okay. So the two of you go to breakout room number 4. And when we hear the announcement from Mr. Smith, we'll know what to do as it relates to this case. Okay. All right. You should receive the links now. Mr. Jones, you wanted to go into breakout room 1 with Miss Pitts also, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
May I also join, Your Honor, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Miss Herring, did you have a matter that needed to get resolved here today?
I already made my announcements, Your Honor. They were on Carter and Drummer, I believe. I just wanted to make sure that the court had announcements on those. That's all my matters, though.
Yeah, I think we Carter and Drummer. I think those are consent bonds, so you can be excused, Miss Herring, unless you just want to hang around.
I appreciate it, Your Honor. Have a great weekend.
You too. So it looks like from the jail, let's see. Mr. Allen needs to stay. Mr. Baker needs to stay. Well, he's bonded out. So that's going to be a separate issue.
Mel Baker has bonded out, Judge? Oh, yes, right. That's right. Never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mr. Burney, Mr. Carter, and Mr. Codd have been resolved. Mr. Drummer and Mr. Everett have been resolved. Let's see.
Harris.
Mr. Harris has been resolved. Mr. Mowat has been resolved. Waiting on Mr. Pitts for Miss O'Grady. Mr. Rice is out the bond. Waiting on Mr. Morgan for Mr. Ross. Mr. Smith is out to bond. Mr. Thomas has been continued. Mr. Whitaker has been continued. We are waiting on Miss O'Grady for Mr. Williams, but the other individuals can be returned back to their housing locations.
Okay, sir. So, sir, to be exact, you said Carter, go back. Mr. Drummer,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harris,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mowat,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thomas, and Mr. Whitaker.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
You didn't have Bernie, right?
Yes, Bernie too. I
He
have.
go back to, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Okay, so I've done the first job as bus driver to place people in the breakout rooms. I'm gonna turn off my camera and mute my audio, but I'm gonna be here and be
It's off
available.
YouTube. Judge,
Yes, sir. Yeah,
You-
yes, ma'am.
you can take us off YouTube.